a bit late. I'm back on YouTube, and I'm wearing my gym clothes because the first video of the year for my little comeback, or whatever this is, let's see how long we last, is going to be all about my fitness journey and fitness in general, and tips or advice or just the kind of general steps that I took in order to stay consistent. It's a good time to do it because there's a lot of New Year's resolutions in January, and if this helps some of you sticking to your New Year's resolutions for the rest of the year and actually stay consistent, that would be fabulous. I just need to get my phone because I actually wrote some notes down. Here's Charlie, one of the additions. I genuinely can't remember if you've seen him on YouTube, but here he is, and he's absolutely beautiful. And he is Sid's brother's cat who couldn't look after him in the end.
And
so
next year,
now he's ours, and he is a rag doll. In case you're wondering, he's sitting still on my lap, but you can't see. Here, let me bring up my knees. Oh, he's holding on for dear life. I am officially a mother of cats. I don't know how many of you know, but I am 32 years old, and I started my fitness journey as soon as I turned 30, and it's been just over 2 years of working out consistently 4 to 7 days a week, whatever I feel in the week or whatever my kind of circumstances are, etc, etc. But I've managed to do a minimum of 4 workouts a week, except for when I had COVID, and then I only managed 2 or 3 in that week. But other than that, one of the reasons I started to work out is because, I think I've mentioned this somewhere before, I was running up the stairs at home to attend to my 1-year-old who was crying or something, and I got to the top of the stairs and I was really out of breath. And it's not like I've never been out of breath before, like I knew I was unfit, but for some reason I really tuned into the fact that I was really out of breath, and something in my head clicked, and I just thought, I need to get fit. It's now or never, baby. And then I started on October the 3rd, I think, and it was 2000 and whatever it would be to make it 2 years ago. And then we haven't looked back since. We have changed loads of gyms, and I've changed the style of workouts, and I've tried a bunch of different things, but the main thing is I've stayed consistent, and I've made some mad gains over the last 2 years that you can't see because I always wear baggy tops or baggy joggers. It's got to be one or the other. If it's baggy on the top, it's tight on the bottom, leggings. But if it's baggy on the bottom, then it's a little bit tighter on the top, maybe sometimes really tight. It depends on the pieces, do you know what I mean? And when I started, I had no idea what I was doing. I remember just walking into the gym with Sid, and he'd go do his weights, and I'd be like, well, I'm just going on the treadmill. And on the treadmill, I literally would walk, and then I'd jog for a bit, and then I'd just watch Sid in the distance, and I'd be like, one day I'll go there, but not yet. And then Sid would kind of go to the gym, and then, or he wasn't that bothered by it basically, but then I persuaded him to properly work out with me, and for him to create a workout plan for me, because I was like, listen, I want to go to do the weights, but I can't because I'm too shy, and I'm, you know, newbie and anxiety, and I just can't do it, like, bro, I'm too scared. But if I go with you, I'll be fine. He was like, yeah, true. So he wrote me a whole plan, and I followed whatever Sid told me to do. For, I think it was only a few weeks we did that, until I then found my own plan, which is when I then downloaded the app Tone and Sculpt, and I followed that. If you guys have been following me since the beginning of that fitness journey, then you'll remember those days. I would follow the beginner's guide to Tone and Sculpt, which was basically like, I chose the 5 days a week workout split, and I would just follow that basically, and I could not do anything unless I followed it because I had no clue otherwise. So I did that for 2-3 months, and then COVID happened, and then all of a sudden the gyms closed. And when the gyms closed, I was like, oh. So then Tone and Sculpt actually came out with a home guide. So I switched my guide to a home guide, and I did home workouts for that first lockdown. I did put a lot of them up on Instagram stories. So it was a lot of like, you know, HIIT kind of circuit style. So it really helped me with my fitness. And then that's when I got into skipping as well, because the warm-ups on Tone and Sculpt were always 4 minutes of skipping. Resistance and cardio, basically. And I did that for a few months. And then the gyms opened up again, and I went back to the gyms. But this time I didn't follow a gym guide, because by then I really got into skipping. The skipping was improving, and I was learning like really fun tricks. I found like this really amazing skipping community online. Sounds so cheesy, but it is that. And I would just spend my days learning how to skip, and I really loved it. As well as do the home workout from Tone and Sculpt. For some reason, I just felt anxious going back into the gyms and using like the bars and the machines, etc. And I don't think Sid was joining me then as well, because he was over it after lockdown and stuff. I decided I'm gonna join a class for the first time, Because before that, I was really anxious about classes because I was like, I gotta socialize. Actually, one of the reasons I hadn't joined a class before because I thought I was too unfit to join. So I waited a few months until I got the confidence, then I joined the class. And when I joined the classes, everything changed. That's where I really learnt a lot of stuff, gained a lot of confidence, and realized that the gym is not a scary place at all. There's no need to be intimidated, and really no one gives a shit what you look like. No one's looking at you, everyone's just concentrating and worrying about themselves. So I did classes for most of that whole first year of my fitness. And then sometimes I'd go into the gym if I missed a class and kind of try and replicate what I learned in classes in the actual gym kind of areas. So the classes I'd go to were kettlebell classes, HIIT classes, or power pump, which is the mini kind of bar with the weights, and circuits. That's it. And I just do a combination of that all week. That's where I learned everything. From there then I developed a obsession with kettlebells in particular. Decided to really focus on kettlebell work and really hunted in Cardiff for more kettlebell classes, found a few, and now I'm in that kind of zone of like skipping and kettlebells. It's been a journey. What's great about fitness is it just doesn't stop. You're always learning. And guys, I just did my first chin up. Not pull up, chin up. So pull up's pending. So back to reasons of why you should start your fitness journey is mainly to get fit. If you are doing it for the wrong reasons, which is what I was always doing before, you know, all the years before this time round, where I was always constantly starting a diet or starting fitness and then never sticking to it, is because I was just trying to get skinny all the time. But this time round, I genuinely just wanted to get fitter and healthier, and that was my goal. So that is what kept me going. A lot of the time what people do is say, oh, I'm gonna start next week, or I'm gonna start on a Monday, or I'm gonna start next month, or in the new year, etc. And I'm gonna sort out my diet and my fitness. But then what happens is when we mess up the diet, we also stop the fitness, and then we're like, I'll just start them all again next week. And then you're in a constant cycle of, I'm gonna start again, I'm gonna start again. And then you never see kind of the change that you were hoping for. Once I started having that mentality, I didn't stop. And for the first 6 months, it definitely was a case of, oh, I really don't want to go to the gym. Like, I really can't be asked. So I really had to push myself through that bit and just get through it. Because once you've done a workout, or once you've been to the gym and done what it is that you really didn't want to do, you always feel better. You kind of have to like get through it to get out of that slump initially. And then after about 6 months, might happen sooner for some, you actually start craving the workout, and you actually start missing the gym, and you actually start really needing it as part of your lifestyle in order to function and in order for you to be happy. A lot of you have said you've noticed that you think I'm just addicted to working out. I don't think that's the case, because, well, I am addicted to fitness, I am, but I don't think it's just like a phase, because it wouldn't have lasted this long if it was. If it was like a phase, it'd be maybe like a month and then I'd be over it. However, having said that, I think it is very important to find something within the fitness industry that you really enjoy and sparks your interest so that you can continue doing it. Because I found that I definitely jumped from different things within the industry. The way I work out, I don't follow, oh, like, you know, the conventional kind of Monday is glutes and hammies, Tuesday back and biceps. I don't follow that. Every day I do whatever I feel like. For the last 2 years I've been doing skipping, circuits, weights, kettlebells, and now, January, in the 3rd year, I've signed up to MMA, a beginner's MMA course. So this is all part of my fitness journey, and this is how I'm keeping myself engaged into it and like excited and constantly learning new things and having challenges, and it's never ending, man. Like, you're never gonna reach peak fitness. There's always someone who can do something else, and there's always gonna be something that you can't do that you can work towards, you know? After I master the pull-ups, you know what I'm gonna try next? Headstands and handstands amongst the MMA, because I don't know why, I have like a fear of doing headstands and handstands. I can't just like throw myself on the floor like that, like, I don't understand. But then again, if you guys remember, I could never do a box jump because I had a fear of jumping on a box. But now I can. Now, if you're one of those people who really want to start your fitness journey and you're already quite fit, you just wanna go to the gym so that you can keep getting fit and improving, but you have confidence issues, or you're awkward kind of with what you should wear to the gym, you're so self-conscious about, like, if you do a squat and then your trousers split, or like you've got mad anxiety over, like you overthink everything, then go to the men's section of every brand and get yourself men's running tops. So I've got a few of these. This one is a Nike. Actually, that's a lie. This one in particular is actually a Nike women's running top. So it's supposed to be fitted, but I've got it so that it's loose. But usually what I do, because I don't actually like the fit of this one oversized, it would look better how it was designed tight. But the men's running tops, in a double extra large men's, it hangs a little bit lower than this, so it covers a lot more, and it's very comfortable, and the neck on it is a lot tighter, so it's a little bit more flattering. Not just Nike, any brand. Under Armour have them, Adidas, I've got Skechers one, all the brands. If you just look at their running tops and get them in a men's one, it's always gonna cover your bum, comfortable enough to like move about in, you know. Then I just usually just go for girls' leggings then, women's leggings. Go to TK Maxx, go upstairs to the men's sports section, get yourself oversized t-shirts, get yourself men's joggers. In TK Maxx at the moment they have quite a lot of New Balance men's joggers. I love wearing joggers when I'm focusing on upper body because I don't need to worry about the stretch in my legs as much. These New Balance ones, they have amazing stretch, so there's no restriction if you did want to throw a random squat in or a lunge or whatever. Big loud socks. Look, I've got these Powerpuff ones right now. Got these on ASOS, but they've got to be these sports socks where you kind of like pull them over. I do that with joggers as well. I love that kind of thing. A good pair of trainers like these, I would recommend these as a good hybrid shoe for like HIIT training, circuit training by the way, because although they do have a platform, they're surprisingly comfortable to do heavy lifts with actually. These are surprisingly really good, and these are called the Nike Creator, I think. Let me check, because they're on sale right now if you want them. Are they? Have a look. Pretty sure they're on ASOS, but they're also on Nike. I've got them in like a cream color as well. So just going back to being a beginner, if you're really unsure of what to do, just book a class. Don't be scared of the classes. And if you keep going back, next class in a few days, whatever, you can really track your progress with the weights that you choose. So like I remember starting with 6 kg kettlebells for like my snatches or cleans. And I look back at the videos and I'm like, wow, I literally used to think that was heavy. And now I'm doing them with 16 kgs, 20 kgs. But that's the thing, I just kept going and going and going to the classes because I really enjoyed them. And I learned and learned, and then soon enough, the trainers would remember me and then we'd get chatting. And when you do that, it's actually quite good because they can really help you with your form then. They can't go around the whole class, like if there's 30 of you, and help everybody. But if they see you every week, they'll come up and give you tips, and that's really important. You do need that, especially if you feel like you don't know what the hell you're doing and you're going to damage something. But at the same time, don't be shy to ask, okay? Literally don't, because that's what they're there for. Another good tip I have for you, if you find it really difficult to stay consistent, if you're anything like me and you have, you know, I don't know, you think the same as me. If I didn't work out for 10 days, I don't know if I'd ever go back to it, and that's what I'm worried about. That's another thing, it's really important to listen to your body, which is a lot easier said than done, by the way. If you feel exhausted or you feel like you damaged something, it's definitely better to rest so that you don't damage something further, and then you end up not being able to train for even longer than you had originally anticipated. If, for whatever reason, you're at home and you're supposed to go to the gym like at 7 p.m, but you just can't, man. Like, you've got to get ready, you've got to get in the car, you've got to go. Ugh, so long. Then just do this. Get up in your pajamas, go to a quiet space in your house. Hopefully you have that space. Stay in your pajamas. Pick 3 exercises that you love doing and that you find pretty easy. Do those 3 exercises for high reps. So for example, if the first one is a squat, weighted or not weighted, whatever, do like 20 reps. If the next one is lunges, do like 20 reps. If the third one is something like high knees, or if you like burpees, I don't know why you would ever like burpees, but if you did, maybe do just 10 burpees. I would never do 20 in a row. Just pick 3 exercises and do those over and over again. So you complete the 3 exercises for however many reps, that's 1 round. Try and do as many rounds as you can in your pajamas without getting up and making the whole faff. Most of the time, you will get through that workout and you'll end up having an amazing workout and you'll be so glad you did it. That's how I get through those really bad days where I just really am supposed to go to the gym, but I just really don't want to. I just say to myself, okay, I'll just get up right now in my pajamas, do that. Whatever happens, happens. And by the end of it, I'm just glad that I managed to get something in. Consistency is actually more important than being motivated, because you're not going to be motivated all the time. Realistically, in January now, we're all like, yeah, we're getting fit. But it is going to fall off. Sorry, consistency, but also discipline. If you just tell yourself, you have no choice, bro. You have to do that workout. Whether you do it in the gym, whether you do it at home, Whether it's an alternative workout, you have to do the workout of the day. I know it's hard to believe, but eventually you will want to work out. Your family will be like, oh, you're always working out, and you'll be like, yeah, I am, otherwise I'm going to want to punch you in the face. If you do ever try my little tip of choosing 3 exercises, then I would choose 1 weighted exercise, 1 body weight exercise, and then 1 cardio kind of exercise. If I just had 1 kettlebell or 1 dumbbell, I would maybe do a squat and a press, and then I would do skipping if I have space. If you don't have space, you could literally just jump like you're skipping on the spot. And then I would do push-ups as body weight, and I'd go over and over again. As a beginner, and this is something I still do because technically I am beginner / intermediate, I would say, really important thing I think you should do is try and work on full body every day. I know that a lot of workout programs are, you know, Monday glutes and hammies, Tuesday back and bicep, Wednesday quads and what's the other one? Quads and something. See, I don't even know them because I just don't do them. I just do full body every time, and most of them are all compound movements that work most of the muscles, most of the big muscles in your body. And a lot of those compound moves are also always working on your core. So I never really specifically do ab workouts. I'll do a lot of planking and things like that, but deadlifts and squats, lifting heavy in general, if you have good form, you'll always feel your core engaged and burning. That will come though. If you don't understand that just yet, that will come. Try and work on full body 3-4 times a week, every time you work out basically. If you're gonna commit yourself to 3 workouts a week, make each one of them a full body workout. I think it's the fastest way you're going to see progress, as well as your fitness levels improving drastically in terms of like endurance and cardio and that kind of thing. It's especially important if you're like me and you get bored of things easily and you don't want to follow like quite an in-depth program. But having said that, obviously it does depend what your goals are. I'm talking to the people who just want to start and stick to it. I'm not talking to like professionals, people who are like into it, but you wouldn't be watching anyway. This is just to get you into it. Once you've got the confidence and you feel like you know what you're doing, then you can make the decision to figure out what it is that you enjoy, like I did, which is kettlebells, skipping, and hopefully a bit of MMA. Another tip I have, if you are really nervous about going to the gym, let's say, you know, you could work out at home, but you feel like you're not pushing yourself enough because you're at home and there's nobody here to motivate you, and you want to go to the gym because you feel like you'll do more. I would go to the functional area, which is usually a space that most gyms have, which is just an open space with loads of free weights, small bars that you can use, medicine balls, boxes for box jumps, kettlebells, somewhere where you can do kind of your own workout. I would highly recommend that you go there and you bring the weights to that section, because what you'll find there is a lot of beginners will go there. I still go there now though, 2 years on. I actually don't even go ever to the regular gym floor and go like, I don't even use the machines. I just use kettlebells and sometimes the bar for deadlifts and squats, that's it. Because that's the place where you can get all your equipment, find yourself a nice private little corner and just do your thing and get in your zone. And usually there's a mirror there so you can watch yourself. I would highly recommend starting off in that area. And then before you know it, you'll have confidence to just walk around any part of the gym and get whatever the hell you need, or use whatever the hell you need. We have to remember, I'm telling myself this as well because I still forget, and I still prefer going to the gym with someone. No one in the gym gives a shit about you, and no one's looking at you. They're all thinking about themselves. If they do accidentally look at you because you're in their vision, they're not thinking, oh my god, what a weirdo going to the gym. They're not thinking all the anxiety thoughts that you think they're thinking of you. They're really not, because they're literally just doing their own thing, and they're probably just as anxious as you know what I mean? I think I've literally covered everything, guys. Wow, I talk so much. That's actually mad. One other thing though, usually when you do love an exercise, it's probably because you're going to be better at it than the other exercises. So repeat those ones, keep doing the ones that you're good at, and keep increasing your weight. Let's say you're just starting with two 2kg dumbbells and you're doing the squat and you're doing the press and you're like, this is actually kind of easy now on week 3. Then don't just sit there and be like, this is too easy, I need to do something else. No, it's easy because the weights are too light for you now, so now you need to go up to 4 kgs or 5 kgs until you get up to like 15 kgs on your hand. That's what you need to be doing. Okay, I've got everything out that I need to tell you. Oh, did I say about the food? I think I did. Really important thing. It doesn't matter if one day you mess up your diet, or you feel like you binged, or whatever it is. I don't want to get too much into it because I feel like that's a whole other video. Don't let it stop you from working out. They're two separate things. I mean, they do go hand in hand, but they can also be divided, okay? Especially for people who have unhealthy relationships with food, okay? And that's one thing I learned. Just because I binged or just because my food is out of control doesn't mean I stop the training. We'll deal with the food when we're ready, just like we started the fitness when we were ready. And that's it. I was gonna put in like a small beginner workout, maybe one that we could follow along with together, but I feel like actually I'd rather direct you to a really good app, which is Tone and Sculpt, as a beginner to use. Very easy to use, very simple, easy to use as well. It's not overwhelming. Sometimes with just things in general, you look at the screen and you're like, where do I go? I don't understand. So Tone and Sculpt as a beginner really helped me. If you don't want to follow a guide as well, you could really just pick a random workout. There's loads of like 15-minute workouts or just anything to get moving and get you familiar with a lot of moves that you'll find yourself doing over and over again within other workouts, if that makes any sense. Maybe I do really want to do a live, not a live workout, but like a real-time workout with you guys on YouTube, but I don't know if that will be super beginner or more intermediate. Not even intermediate, just the problem is it's probably going to be with kettlebells, and I don't think you have kettlebells. I don't know, we'll think about that later. Let's just appreciate the fact that I'm even back on YouTube at the moment. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let me know in the comments if you are starting your fitness journey. Another really important thing is, if you're starting your fitness journey in January, but for whatever reason halfway through January you've decided, no, I can't do it, you've just fallen off. Don't fall off and be like, oh, I'll just start next year. Don't do that. Just literally start again the next day. You just keep starting, but just start the next day. Just start sooner. Don't wait like, oh, on the first of the week, the first day of the week, or the first of the next month. Just literally, just do it again. Just like go again. And then you haven't started again, you've just continued. It was just a bit wobbly in the middle, and that's absolutely fine. Because no journey is easy. Every journey is unbelievably difficult. Look at my biceps, but you can't see them, but honestly. Anyway, I'm going to try and upload a video almost every week here on YouTube. You guys have given me so many topics that you want me to discuss, so I don't know what next week's one will be. Leave me your suggestions. Maybe I'll pick from these comments, or I'll have a look at the ones that you sent me a few weeks back on Instagram, and we'll go from there. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I realized I was all over the place, but I'm also in the journey of realizing that all of my videos are all over the place, even when I've planned them. And inshallah, I will see you again, and I won't just disappear. Okay,